man, we got the boy Landlord from Alabama sliding in the building, man. What's good with you? Rail, what's up with you, man? Rail 910 in the building. What's good with you, kinfolk? Hey, on the way into the liquor store, man, y'all know the usual rules and regulations, man. On the way into the trap house, y'all know the usual rules and regulations, man. First and foremost, when you get onto these platforms, you hit that like button. The more likes that we get on these videos, man, the more that the algorithm work in our favor. You know, just to put it simple, the more likes, the more that they push the video. So if you got love for Henny, you got love for Landlord, you want to see us grow and prosper, and you know continue to be able to make premium Dallas Cowboys content. Please, for the love of God, make sure y'all hit that like button. If you don't do nothing else, make sure you hit that like button on the way into the liquor store in the trap, man. Also, hit that share button. Sharing is really caring. You know that they ain't lying. Because when you share the content with people, you put it in front of more of a wider, broader audience. You know what I'm saying? So more people can lay their eyes on the content, and you know they can interact. You know they come in hating. They can come in and like the content and sub up. Either way, man, interaction is a great way to help the channels grow. So help us get more interaction, more subs, and everything by hitting that share button. And last but not least, slap the shit out of an Eagles fan, man, because you know they deserve that shit. So you'll find them flying around your town, you know, a big raw piece of horse shit in their mouth, spreading salmonella and disgust everywhere that they go, man. So y'all know what y'all need to do, man. But hey, salute to everybody in here, man.
What's that?
What's Gucci, man? So landlord, you have actually been taking a look at the Dallas Cowboys versus Jets. You know, you've been taking a look at the Jets film. You know, I
So,
know that what you were working on yesterday. What is your takeaway from what you've seen so far?
um, I know one thing. Gary Wilson is a problem,
Oh yeah.
and Justin Fields. Listen, I know we don't respect him as a passer, but at the same time, if you give him a clean pocket, I feel this way about almost any NFL quarterback. If you give him a clean pocket, he can make some plays, man. So don't think it's a game. Like he's not the greatest, but if he's sitting back there with all day to throw, he will make plays because Gary Wilson is hard to deal with.
Yeah, I like Garrett Wilson. Like Garrett Wilson is unbelievably clutch, man, and you know, like he's one of the people that you forget out of that Ohio State factory. You know, everybody was showing love to Marvin Harrison and shit like that, but Ohio State been putting out some great wide receivers, man. Like I think he was there the same time as I think he was there. It was him, Chris Olave, and Jackson Smith and Jigba all there at the same damn time. So you know, matter of fact, if I'm not mistaken, did Justin Fields and and Garrett Wilson not play together in college? No, that's what I'm trying to see because I think
They might have did.
let me take a look at that because if I'm not mistaken, I think that they did. Excuse me, play on the same Ohio State team. But let me take a look. Garrett Wilson, Justin Fields, Ohio State.
Did either one of them play with Stroud?
Let's see. Wilson and Fields were college teammates. Yeah, they played together 2 seasons, and they were 20-2 together as you know as starters. So you know that shit had not translated at the NFL level. You know their connection anyway. I ain't talking about Gary Wilson. 'Cause Gary Wilson been hard. Gary Wilson been hard for the last couple of years. That's why he got the contract he got. But let me see if they were teammates with C.J. Stroud. They had to be though, because he even if he wasn't starting, he had to be at least there on the bench. Let's see. Yeah, he was there in 2020. So yeah, C.J. Stroud was there in 2020. He just wasn't the starter. Yeah, because in 2020, C.J. Stroud had 3 games played. He did not attempt a single pass. He had one rushing attempt for a touchdown, and then he took over at the starting quarterback 2021 and 2022. But yeah, they're college teammates. Like Garrett Wilson and this boy are college teammates. Yeah, Stroud was the backup. But yeah, they played together. It said, Henny, have you watched the Green Bay film yet? Because I noticed Love completed some shit. Short passes under 10 yards, and the weapons got a lot of yak because the DBs have ass tackling. The tackling from everybody was piss poor that game. You know, Shotty talked about it. You know, they said they have a certain way that they run like the vice. You know, and you come in and make the tackle in open space, and they just weren't doing it. And you know, he talked about hidden yardage and how that shit, you know, accumulates and that comes back to bite you and shit. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't
That's correct. Go ahead.
yeah. Nah, so I ain't mad at folks that mad about the tackling because if you can't tackle, man, you can't play good defense. But go ahead and say what you finna say, Kinfolk.
I was about to say that sound like, to be honest, if we talking about the stuff on the field, that's the things that we can improve on. Tackling is by far one of our biggest downfalls. And then on top of that, um, of course, we need some more pass rush. The pass rush, the tackling, and playing more zone, I think you'll have a better defense. And getting out, and all of that will help you get off the field on third down. Because that's why I told Hen, I felt like we played better, and I ain't understand why. But I figured it out, and it's because we was actually getting them to third and longs, but we just couldn't get off the field. Before we weren't even getting them to third and long. So I think that is an improvement, but they just gotta get off the field.
Indeed. Salute to Roster X in the building. My brother Joe Tranchina in Italy, not China. Tamika in the building. Thomas Garrett, Bernard, Fields in the building. Um, Devin Overton, D Swift, Wee Woo. Wee Woo is crazy because like every time he pop up, like, nah, you lying, nigga. Like, oh shit, it's some bullshit right there.
Salute
Real,
to all our folks rocking with us, man. We appreciate y'all.
yeah, we appreciate the hell out y'all, man. But the thing that you ain't lying though, and I got a couple questions for you too though, man. Like, how did you feel about the Trayvon Diggs thing? Cause Trey said that he had a what he described a rough week ahead of the Packers, and he credited Shotty for holding him accountable for not giving him the start. But he's set to go back and be the starter this week, you know, against the Jets. And you know what, Trey, to his credit, even with the adversity, had his best game of the season. I feel like that was the best game I saw from Trey the entire year. You know, when he was pushed and he came out and held his nuts this last game. But how do you feel about that entire situation?
I ain't gonna lie, I like it. The only thing about it is it just gotta be across the board. It gotta be uniform. I ain't think a lot of coaches don't have the balls to sit a star or a starter like that. But I don't mind long as you hold everybody to the same standard. And to be honest, I don't think that's what he's doing. So unless Trey did something that we can't see, maybe, and that's possible.
He said it was
Or
from off the field. Trey said it was off the field.
okay, I was about to say because if it's on the field, Donovan Wilson and Malik Poe have been sitting down. So I mean, yeah, as long as it's uniform, as long as it's across the board, I don't got no problem with it. Hold them accountable. I think accountability is the wonderful thing that everybody needs. So I like it. That's how you set the standard. That's how you demand the standard out of your players. So y'all know I rock with Trey, but we ain't sparing nobody when it comes to that. If you one when they say one bad apple do what?
Shit, it gonna spoil the whole batch. They said,
Exactly.
they said, had we kept Parson, they be winning right now. And had we kept Parson, we'd be better. But I ain't gonna just sit here and act like this defense ain't baby back bullshit right now. You know what I'm saying? If you still weren't tackling and you were still giving up explosives, you would still be a bad defense. Would you be the 32nd defense? I don't know, but you still wouldn't look like a Super Bowl caliber defense, and you were doing all this other shit. Because remember, when Michael was here last year, you were getting 30 ball and 40 ball and shit. So you know what I'm saying? Like your pass rush numbers would be better. Like you had a bunch of sacks last year, but you still weren't really consistently stopping better teams from scoring. You let Philly drop 40 on you when you came up there. You know, you gave up 30 plus points to Houston. You know, you gave up 27 to the Bengals. So, you know, it's not like you played great defense last year either. And, you know, you could make the argument of where the offense was so bad, you know, that the defense was exposed and shit like that. But, you know, it's the straw man. It's really like a straw man theory. You know what I'm saying? Like, with him being here, be an improvement to your defensive line? Yes. Would it make your overall defense better, playing the way that they're playing on the back end and tackling and linebacker play and everything else? No. You know what I'm saying? So, and this is not a shot at Micah by any stretch of the imagination, but we see teams right now, you know, that got pass rushers and shit, and they're not winning games. You know what I'm saying? Like Will Anderson is one of the highest graded pass rushers in the league right now. His team is 1-3. You know what I'm saying? Like Trey Hendrickson and them have been a bad defense for years, and he's one of the best premier pass rushers in the National Football League. So, you know, I don't want y'all to take that into account when y'all say things like that. But I also do agree with my brother LandLord. Accountability is beautiful, dog. Accountability is beautiful, and I think they've been trying to have a semblance of accountability. That's why I don't think Monty Smith played to start the season. There was a level they wanted him to reach and push and apply himself before they let him see the field, and I think that he did that. There's a reason that Jadon Blue has not played. You know, and I stand on that, and I appreciate him for saying the standard is the standard. And you know, like Trey, you know, he didn't start, but he did not. I won't really call it getting benched. You know, you didn't start the game. You played 50 plus snaps, so I don't call it a benching. But you know, he took the start away from you, and to send a message for some off field stuff that you said happened. You know, you said you had a rough week leading up here to the Michael Parsons shit. So I don't know. Maybe your mind was in Green Bay, as LandLord say. But if Shotty really is going to hold folks' feet to the fire and push them, and you know we already heard the story about how he pushed Dak when he first became the offensive coordinator, and they bumped heads a little bit about his practice tendencies of just throwing fuck it interceptions. You know what I'm saying? So if that's gonna be the standard, I'm down for it. You know what I'm saying? If culture is important and culture is one of the reasons why you back Jerry Jones and not keeping Michael Parsons, then you know, but damn it, do what you do, bro. Oh
Yeah, I
damn,
agree with that. Go ahead.
Cowboy. I was gonna read this, and I'm gonna let you go. He just said, "I'm gonna rob the liquor store if I don't get my hand." God damn.
Get that man his hand into ASAP stacked. But they say get it to him stacked.
Immediately. No hesitation. But
We
nah.
already eating fugazios in the trap in the liquor store. We can't afford to be robbed.
Oh, you right. Let's pay some bills real quick, man. This podcast is brought to you by Fugazios, the breakfast of losers. You go into your kitchen.
Mm,
You go into your kitchen. You open
taste
up
the
the
poverty.
bag. You pour it in the bowl. No milk needed. Just pour some water on it. It makes its own gravy. So go ahead, get Fugazios. Taste the poverty. We gonna have to throw the bag part in there too, cause they
The
got they
breakfast of losers is crazy.
we gotta keep the bag part in there for sure. Because they gotta know that it makes its own gravy. Niggas be out here stressing trying to buy milk. Pour some water on that shit.
You better put some water on that shit.
Tamika's talking about I'm a snitch today around the liquor store. You are damn right. You're right. He said, "Hey y'all, hit that is 17 likes." Yeah, man. Listen, there's 40 plus people in the liquor store over and only 17 likes, man. I'm gonna need y'all to hit the like button in the liquor store and in the trap. I'm gonna need y'all to hit that cash app, man. Cause listen, landlord stopped short of making ligaments drops this morning to be here for the show. You know what I'm saying? I stopped selling cut water, to come on in here and bring y'all some Dallas Cowboys content. So if y'all
And
appreciate it,
y'all seen all them ligaments we need. Y'all don't want. Hey, do y'all want y'all players help them? What? Let me know.
let them know immediately, man. But if you want to help support, man, hit those cash apps. Mine is $Henny the Moore, and his is $Landlord 723. And I'm a real nigga. I'm over here doing some completely different stuff. I know my boy Cash App by heart at this point, man. So y'all make sure y'all cash up my boy Landlord. Y'all hit my Cash App. Y'all hit those super chats. Y'all get those memberships, man. But salute to Suge Midnight. What's up with your morning, brother Henny and Landlord? Good morning, man. If you're just now waking up, we talking. We're
Good
gonna be
morning. Salute.
yeah. Well, you just now waking up, we're gonna be doing some Cowboy Jet talk this morning, man. You ain't missed you missed a little bit of content, but you ain't missed a whole lot. You know what I'm saying? We gonna catch you up to speed. And one thing that is to be said though, the Jets have some nice name players over there that are not playing up to their standard. Like the Jets on paper should have one of the best defenses in the National Football League. They have allowed 27 points at least in the last 3 games. In the last 3 games, they have allowed at least 27 points. It might be every game they allowed at least 27 points. I forget the metric. Let me go and verify that. But you got guys like Quentin Williams, and I like Quentin Williams a lot. Quentin Williams is not the 41st ranked defensive tackle, but he's playing like if you trust the numbers. Will
That's
McDonald,
crazy work.
yeah, Will McDonald ain't having his best season. Tony Adams ain't having his best season. Sauce Gardner is frustrated because he gets penalties at an alarming rate now. He used to be able to mug people, and now he can't. And matter of fact, that's Quincy
Like they
Williams.
let Quinn Mitchell do. Quinn
Yeah,
Mitchell do. They let him beat up the wide receivers. I've seen it.
they do. He out here took their lunch money and shit. Running folks out of bounds and shit. Like damn. And I am mistaken actually. Quentin is still hooping. Quentin Williams is the third ranked defensive tackle. His brother
I was
Quincy.
finna be. That's why I said that's crazy work. That's my guy from the house. I was finna be disappointed.
Yeah, his brother fucking up. It's Quincy that's the 41st ranked linebacker. And Quincy played well enough to get a second contract, if I'm not mistaken. So he is
He dealing
theoretically
with some
better than
injuries
him.
right now, ain't it?
I don't know. I'm gonna
I
have to
think he
pull up that
hurt.
injury stuff.
I know he been missing a few games. But yeah, shout out to Winona High School, man. Them boy came about my high school. So yeah, they're my guys. Salute.
Salute to them, man. Salute to them folks. And listen, good morning, Andrew. Thank you for tapping in and showing love to the platform. He said it's gonna be the Jets Super Bowl. Every time we play a team, it's their Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying? So
It's
I'm
gonna be a Jet 2 holiday. I don't even know what that means, but we're gonna whoop their ass.
on my mama. I don't know what that shit mean either. I just see the reels. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what that shit mean. I'm so out of touch.
Y'all let Unc them know what that means. Jet 2 holiday. What does it mean?
Please let us know, cause we out the loop. Well, one thing, they're gonna be down a running back too, though. You know what I'm saying? So you got a bunch of guys that aren't playing up to the standard right now. Braylon Allen is dealing with a pretty serious knee injury, so he's not going to be playing this game. You know what I'm saying? So
What school he came out of? I think I liked him coming out of college.
what school
He,
did he
he
go
was a
to?
red and white school, wasn't it? Was it Wisconsin?
It might have been Wisconsin. I gotta go take a look. I think it was Wisconsin, but let me
I
double
just be
check.
remembering people on film. I remember their name and the color of their jersey sometimes.
Yeah, that was him.
I, it was in Wisconsin.
Yep.
Yeah, I like the Breland Adams.
Yeah, so he hurt. He's not going to play. Um, Brees Hall. So listen, this is off subject of just actual football, but that also means that a fire sale for Brees Hall is not going to be likely because they ain't got no other real good running backs over there. So if Braylon Allen can't go, you know what I'm saying, he's gonna be sidelined and they're not gonna move Brees Hall. So, that's the kind of thing that happens when you wait. If you were thinking about upgrading the running back position and calling the Jets to see what Brees Hall would hit for, you might have waited too late at this point. You know what I mean? If you down a primary running back, you can't just trade your other running back. But yeah, they got a leaky defense right now though. Matter of fact, let me see that because I think it was something egregious when it comes to that defense and the Jets. And it's the crazy thing. Even though the Jets have been bad for a while, they've always had a good defense. They've always had a good defense, even when they were sorry. Like the blame was always on the other side of the ball when it came to why New York was struggling. Now I'm not so sure. Yeah, they gave up. Yeah, they gave up a lot of points. Oh shit. Okay, hold on. So landlord, I was correct. They have given up at least 27 points every single game this year. They gave up 34 to the Jets. They gave up 30 to the Bills. They gave up 29 to the Buccaneers, and then they gave up 27 to the Miami Dolphins. So every offense they've played, has had some level of success against them up to this point into the season.
You got to make sure you factor in the fact that everybody get their super saiyan superpowers when we play them though. So make sure you keep that in mind.
I'm always gonna keep that in mind. I'm just talking about they overall stuff for the season so far. You know what I'm saying? Because to your
Yeah,
point,
I want to be confident, man, but it's hard to be confident when your defense playing like this. Like I feel like we should smack on the Jets, but who knows what they gonna do when they get out there, man.
well, do you want some manufactured confidence?
Sure, why don't you? Go ahead.
Yeah, let's put some additives in this shit for you real quick. 'Cause the Fugazios is wearing off. Oh, so these are the best. These are the teams that had the best offenses and the worst defenses to start the first four games of a season the last 100 years. We don't know what the end result will be for the Dallas Cowboys, but it happened with the Lions just in 2022. They ended up going 9-8, and they barely missed the playoffs. That's the year that they retired Aaron Rodgers. That was Aaron Rodgers last year in Green Bay. They played them in Green Bay, and that was Aaron Rodgers' last game. They beat him, sent him out of Green Bay, and that was the start of them being a competitive team going forward. They end up being 9-8, missed the playoff by a football game. The Patriots in 2017, they started with the best offense and the worst defense. They ended up going to the Super Bowl. They lost that motherfucker, but they went. You know what I'm saying? They ended up getting their shit together. Then it happened for the Patriots again. It looks like 2011. And again, they end up going to the Super Bowl and they lost. Am I saying that's going to be the fate of the Dallas Cowboys? No. But what I am saying is that the Dallas Cowboys do have a realistic possibility of hitting a switch and turning this shit around. Because it happened three other times that they started with the best offense and the worst defense. None of those teams ended the season with losing records. So there's a precedence for it, what I'm trying to say. So I'm not sure how you feel about that, but like there is a precedence for where, hey, this team started off hot on O, very bad on D, and they figured that shit out as the season went on. And like I said, none of those teams ended the season with losing records. Now,
Was
none of
that
them,
Detroit team with Benjamin Johnson? I just wanted to call him Benjamin for some reason.
yeah, they had been. I think they were like being first year there. Yeah,
Benjamin Johnson. Now he sound like a damn politician or something.
and he do. He do. He sound like a politician or a president that you forgot about.
But yeah, man, that is a little optimism. But To be fair, I really don't think we're gonna finish the year at the bottom though. Do y'all think we're gonna finish the year at the bottom? Let me know. Put your take in the comment. The Cowboys finish the year at the bottom on defense. Let me know.
No, because I damn sure don't think that these teams finished the bottom at defense either. I don't think the Patriots finished bottom. I don't think that the Lions finished bottom. You know what I'm saying? I just think it started that way, but then you play some lesser competition. You got more time together on defense to gel and grow and complement each other and get the calls right and make less mistakes and figure out how to use your personnel. So I don't think that they'll end the season, like that. You know what I'm saying? I don't. It's hard to be because right now they bad at everything. The Dallas Cowboys are currently the 32nd ranked defense in terms of yardage, and they're the 31st defense in terms of points. So I don't think that trend is going to keep going because you know what I'm saying. I think they're eventually going to make plays. I think they're eventually going to sew up some of the rotations. I think that they'll eventually you know be able to get pressure. I don't think that they'll be this bad, the entirety of a season because that's hard to do. Like it's hard to be good, but it's also hard to be consistently bad. You know what I mean? Like, I think that's something that people also forget. Not that it's a
Like
talent.
I said, if you can get out at least, if we would have got off the field on at least like two or three of those third downs, that game would have looked a lot different.
I agree. It comes down to a couple plays, like when you decide to bring pressure, when you decide to drop into coverage, penalties. Because we also had a drive extended by penalties. When my boy Maurice got that 15 yarder. We had a drive
Then
extended.
Sam penalty.
Yeah,
Then he do that on third down.
Sam. It was like third down. I think it was second down or third down. He got a face
What
mask
made
penalty.
it hurt even worse? Yeah, because it was a face mask. Like, dang, it was a sack. That's what made it hurt worse. Because
Mm-hmm.
you made a good play, but you made a terrible penalty, Sam. Damn. Y'all know I said Sam. Sam kind of like a knucklehead, man.
Slam.
Yeah, slam, slam,
Just
slam,
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 slam. Just slam, slam.
slammy, slam, slam.
Just slam.
You
Slam
put a
him.
Y on that bit, act like it's a whole different word.
Oh shit! Shout
Slammy,
out to.
slammy, slammy. Like, get out of here, man. But yeah, man, like, hopefully, I know he ain't been grading out that well. People tagging me about Sam grades. Y'all done heard me say I was high on Sam, but I done said everybody playing bad now. Like, I done conceded that in the pass rush. We need better pass rush. That's a fact.
Yeah, I just needed you to see it.
Not
But
you. That wasn't you, was it?
I sent you.
It was
I didn't.
somebody else that
I, I
somebody tagged me in it
oh, they
on
somebody
Twitter.
tagged you. Yeah, I sent you the
Yeah, on Twitter.
screenshots.
Talking about somebody, yeah, landlord, what is it? How you feel about this or something? I'm like, man. I said I done said everybody bad, but I'm like, damn, I don't trust PFF grades. I watch film, sir. I don't gotta go out that grade. I can tell you what, Sam ain't the perfect rusher yet, but I promise you he hustle more than damn near anybody on that line. That's a start. Yeah.
You said the 12th man on the. Oh yeah, the 12th man on the field when Trayvon Diggs finally got an interception. There was a bunch of
Yeah,
shit that,
see,
that went wrong.
yeah, that's hey, what the hell Fluke's doing? Fluke's gotta tighten up on that. And I ain't gonna lie, do y'all think the turnover's gonna come around? Cause listen, I ain't gonna hold you. Don't it suck that when we finally get Land and Diggs on the field, we got a D coordinator that wanna play fucking zone?
Yep.
That's so terrible, bro. Like, and then I heard that they said that some of the discipline stuff was Trey telling people that he wanted to play more man. But I ain't sure. I'm not sure, so don't quote me. But that's one of the rumors that's going around. And they did ask him about that, and he was like, yeah, we need to. He was like, yeah. They said, how you feel about playing man on his interview, and he was like, Yeah, nah, playing zone. He was like, well, it's more one of those like being comfortable, being uncomfortable situations.
Hmm.
Trey is almost pushing for being a man corner again, bro. And that's what he do well. So why not use your players to the best of their abilities, man? I'm sorry. Like, I get it, but it's basically like counterproductive if you got players that's good at one thing and you doing another. Like, I don't care what your scheme is, you gotta still be able to gel that to the players and the talent that you have. Like, if you got a team full of people who can't shoot, what the hell you doing shooting threes all day? It don't make sense.
Shout out to Ant for the cash app too, man. You in my prayers too, brother. Hold it
Shout out
down.
to him too on my side, man. Salute.
Yeah, hold it down. We got you. You wanted to come in and chop it up in the with us, man. Do so. You got my number. Hit me. But salute to my brother Ant for always being a stand-up guy and a supporter, and y'all keep him in his prayers. We ain't gonna speak on it, but y'all pray for my boy. Um, yeah, I
Prayers
agree
up.
with you.
Prayers up.
I agree with you too, man. If you got a man corner and you put him in situations where he's uncomfortable, that is, sort of mismanagement. I get it, like you said, like your scheme is your scheme. I don't like the motherfuckers I don't like the motherfuckers that get down and lay down when it comes to shit like that. Cause it's not like Trey is some upstart rookie or some shit that ain't did nothing in the NFL or a journeyman speaking out. Trey is an all pro corner. He when healthy, Trey is one of the better corners in the National Football League. He's one of the tenured people on your defense. You should. I'm not saying you bend over backwards to accommodate Trevon Diggs, but you should take what he asks you into consideration, especially if it's to help the team. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't think Trey is the only person in that locker room that has an issue with some of the schematic stuff. He might just be on the one that's
That
talking to
said
you
something.
about it. Yeah, he might
Yeah, because
be
you got. Go ahead.
he might be the person taking the taking everything from the players and bringing it to your ass. He might just be the one that's up there taking the bullets for his partners. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was about to say, goddamn, he better Eberflus got to really realize that if you want to be good, you got to put your players in their best situation. You got to.
I agree. We will say Diggs, Bland, and Sam have expressed this like in some way or fashion for the scheme. So that's two of your starting corners, and then one of your, I guess you would say starting edge. I don't know how they rotate niggas in, but I think you consider Sam a starter at this point. So you got
That's
three
what I was
starters on
about to
that
say.
defense.
You remember this kind of how the Mike Nolan stuff started. Because D Law and them was on the interview like, yeah, they started complaining type stuff. So, hey, I'm telling you, this could get ugly. Because I don't give a damn how good your scheme is. If you trying to fit a square peg in a round hole, it don't work.
Mm-mm. He said your scheme ain't shit if the players don't fit. Hold on, that's a bar, man. That's a motherfucking bar. Your
Gangsta
scheme ain't
grills, you
shit.
bastards. Hey, they sound like you hear the
Yo, hey, them used to be the hey, them used to be that shit, man. When the mixtapes you actually had the drops to the shit, nigga.
when they had the
Holiday
interruptions on it,
season.
these
Hey.
niggas talking more than the rappers. We got all the bricks, nigga. Like, and man, you ain't even letting the rapper talk. Like, it's crazy.
Oh man, DJ Drama on that motherfucker going crazy. He would say anything. He said, it's a new Bible, nigga. I'm like, what?
Dramatic, dramatic. Like, hold on. Canon. Like, they used to say all kind of shit.
Oh shit, man. Hey, bring back old school mixtape drops, nigga. Make music great again. Bring back old school mixtape drops, nigga.
On my life. Like, interrupt the rapper and just say some crazy shit from time to time, please.
Yeah, he ain't talking about shit no way, man. We gonna bring it back 7 times anyway. They gonna hear it. They gonna hear it. Yeah, they used to stop that motherfucker and bring it back 3-4 times, man. Hold on. Ricky said if Slammy Sam slam Sammy's, how many Sams did Slammy Sam slam? About seven. About seven of them bitches. You said can they contain the run game? Oh, it's in doubt. What's up with you, Fortune? You know, this is the thing. Like I feel like the run defense is better, and then I looked up. We gave up like 164 yards on the ground to the motherfucking me Packers. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like the run defense is better, but I also look up and see that they still gave up a little bit of ass. So they gonna have to tackle. I think the issue is the tackling because I think they're coming down in their run lanes fine. I just think they're not getting people on the ground soon enough. You know what I'm saying? Like there were so many broken tackles in the run game, in that Packers game. They probably could have held them to about 100 yards. Like 60 or 70 of that is the hidden yardage that Shotty was talking about. You up here letting folks drag you. You're not tackling in an open space. You're arm tackling. You know, you're not running the vice correctly. When shit like that happens, like yeah, you end up giving up extra yardage in the run game. So again, I feel like the run defense is better, but they didn't do a good job on the score sheet of containing the Packers. But we shall see. We shall see what they end up doing. But they're gonna have a plan for Justin Fields. I saw that. Hey, Land, you watched the tape. Did you see that 40 plus yard run that boy had?
Yeah,
Justin
he's
Fields.
twitchy. He's
Woo.
twitchy. He's an even better runner than Jalen. I think about slightly. But Jalen a little more decisive than him. But ability wise, he like that. He can run the hell out the ball.
Hmm. Yeah, without a doubt in my mind, because like Jalen is like more like it sounds crazy to say for a quarterback, but he's more like a power runner. It's like you really can't tackle the boy, out there in open field. You know what I'm saying? Justin Fields is just so smooth with it, man. Like I know folks be saying like some quarterbacks need to be wide receivers. Justin Fields is like a wide receiver for real, and I don't say that as a knock. He's just that kind of athlete. Do y'all remember when old boy went from quarterback to wide receiver and had 1,000 yards in the NFL?
Who did that?
Oh, he was an Ohio State quarterback too. He used to play for the Raiders. To wide receiver, Terrell Pryor. Yeah, cause Terrell
I
Pryor.
remember him. I
Yeah,
remember him.
yeah, cause Terrell Pryor. If I'm not mistaken, he was also a first round pick quarterback out of Ohio State. No, 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 no. He was picked in the thirds. Either way, he was a quarterback at Ohio State. He was a superb athlete, and he played quarterback in the NFL for a time. Eventually, he did make the move to wide receiver, and his first season as a wide receiver, he had over 1,000 yards.
He was with the Raiders, wasn't it?
He started with the Raiders, then he played wide receiver for Cleveland, and he ended up with 1,007 yards and 4 touchdowns.
That boy, that hard though. That's pretty impressive though, low key. I ain't gonna hold.
It is impressive. In my humble opinion, if you can play two positions in the NFL, I think that's dope. You know what I'm saying? And I brought all that up to just say this. Like Justin Fields is somebody that can do similar shit. Justin Fields is somebody that got some great, athleticism to him. Yeah, y'all. It was prior. It was prior. So yeah, I'm concerned about his legs because let's be fair. We've beaten Justin Fields the last two times we played them. But I seen the game when he was with the Bears where they put up a bunch of points and we just happened to score like 49. Like they scored like 29 or some shit, but we had already got in the process of laying a 50 ball down basically, and the shit just didn't matter. You know what I'm saying? So if the offense has an off night or no off, it's a noon game. They have an off day, off morning, however the hell you want to say the shit. If they're off in any capacity, and our defense is still our defense, it might be a long day. So I'm not trying to look over anybody, given the inability of our defense to be consistent. But I also think if there's any team to turn a corner against, it's this one. When you talk about our defense, if there's any team to turn a corner against, it might be this one.
Bro, I would just double Garrett Wilson and and make sure I keep an eye on Brees Hall and Justin Fields.
Yeah, because listen, you put a safety over top of Garrett Wilson. Hold on, Carter. What the hell you talk about? Listen? Did you snort the snow this morning, Carter? You said you ain't hard. What the fuck made you niggas think we was trying to be hard? Motherfucker, it's 7 o'clock in the morning. Who the fuck is trying to be hard, nigga? Who would try to be hard at 7 in the morning? Y'all niggas don't calm the fuck down with this extra goofy ass shit. Motherfuckers ain't even ate. Motherfuckers ain't even ate breakfast in this bitch. And you talk about niggas trying to be hard. Shut the fuck up. Oh shit. What's up, Izzy? But no, continue though, man, because you right. If we rotate a safety over top of Garrett Wilson, and we let everybody else go out there and try to beat the Dallas Cowboys, I like our chances. You know what I'm saying? Because he is pretty much the one true playmaker they have at the receiver position. And salute to Uncle
Yeah, and
Charles in
then
here.
Uncle Charles in the building. What's that? So yeah, man, I think that's the best way to attack them and make sure you contain them, keep them in the pocket, and get some pressure on them, man. With these fast, shifty quarterbacks, you just said he like a wide receiver. I like to send DBs at them. I'm sorry, like send me a DB at them, a safety corner, slot blitz, or something like that. Like I like to send them type of guys at them.
Hell yeah. And you should. Because listen, it worked against Jalen, didn't it?
Hell yeah, it did. And I'm telling you, them boys ain't scared of nobody else. Like they too agile, they too sudden. They not worried about no big slow ass defensive tackle running at them. The only reason, like, unless it's like immediate and it's in their face, they ain't worried about no edges because all they can do is step up and find a crease. Like they not worried about that. So you got to be able to attack them in different ways. That's why everybody want one.
I agree. They said, damn, you banging on Ravens. I know. They said, is Araku going to be the biggest impact player for the Jets? His run defense has been good. He played great run defense this last game. I say nothing from Cuz. He played great run defense this last game, bro.
Is the Roccoon stepped up this week, and I like it. Like I like to see him progressing this early in his career. Like it looked like he might have needed to be sat down for a year, but shit, is the Roccoon said, "Y'all got me messed up."
Mm-hmm.
He came to play the last night. I mean, last
Last
Sunday
week.
he came to play. Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, nah, you ain't told no lies, bro. You ain't told no lies. Uh, I do like that one year gonna get the start. I hate that it took an injury for this to happen because I don't wish ill will on anybody. In the slightest, because to get you off the field, I don't want you to be benched. I don't want you to be hurt. You know what I'm saying? So I still want a speedy recovery for Malik Hooker, but I want Wanye to do so well in the safety spot that Malik Hooker is relegated to a backup role when he comes back. If Tony
don't
Romo can,
Ray J got a brother or something playing with the Jets?
yeah, because he played for Florida State. He was one of their draft picks. He a
Yeah, yeah.
starter. Yeah, so if Tony Romo can lose his starting job to Dak Prescott, Wanye Thomas, you can take, Malik Hooker's starting job. You just gotta have to show up and show out, dog. You just gonna have to go out there, bitch, and make plays. If you gotta get a pick six to make that shit happen, man, you playing Justin Fields. He might throw you one. You know what I'm saying? Like, do whatever you gotta do to keep this job, Wanye. Like, the ball is in your court at this point. When opportunity
See, you
knocks, you got to open the door, man.
facts. Like I would love to send Ranye on the blitz, bro. Like he got that speed too. You could just bring him in. Like I ain't talking about on a consistent basis. I'm talking about like surprise, motherfucker. We coming at you. You know what I'm saying? In a clutch third down situation where you struggling to get off the field, like you could just send him, and I promise you he'll get home. Cause when nobody expecting it. Like like when we seen Spags, this man sent zero blitz 20% of the time. That's insane when you think about it.
Hmm.
That's insane. And we struggling to get home, and we ain't doing that but running 4-man fronts. Like, bro, it's a lot of things, and I don't care what kind of apologies you can find out here on YouTube. It ain't no argument in his favor when it comes to these things, bro. Like, you can't be doing this stuff. It's like you hurting yourself. You shooting yourself in the foot, like literally. So like, it ain't no argument to say he doing right when you obviously doing wrong. So like, I know it's a lot of people out there that's gonna just take up for evil flus in the front office and shit, but that ain't gonna work out when it's obvious that that's not the right way he should be doing this.
All right, so let's take a look at some more stuff. 'Cause we got a little bit more time. We got a little bit more time. So one thing I will give kudos to the Jets for is they do have a great offensive line. So according to this, Jets offensive line coming in pretty strong here. The O line has been made to look worse than it is by quarterbacks holding the ball too long. Lack of separation from wide receivers and teams blitzing the Jets heavily. But there's good stuff going on up front, independent of the surrounding factors. So he was reacting to this. These are the pass block grades of offensive linemen in true pass sets only. Excludes plays with less than 4 rushers, play action screen, yada yada yada. They're third in true pass blocking sets. They are the third. I mean, the fourth best pass blocking offensive line in the National Football League. So to your point, that little 4-man rush with some guys that are not consistently winning probably ain't gonna do shit this game. Probably ain't gonna do too much of nothing this game because they hold up. They've been holding up well in pass pro. So to your point, they might gonna have to add some extra man to that rush, man. They might have to bring 5, bring 6. Fuck it, you engage 8 of motherfuckers sometimes if you got to. I don't care. You just gotta simulate some pressure for me. But yeah, this definitely ain't gonna be the week for no damn four man rush going up here against the Jets because their offensive line is too good for that.
You got to get home, bro. You got to get home. We homeless right now. We never get home. So we got to figure something out, big time.
Salute to Sadiqa Charles in the building.
Salute.
My boy said cut Goodwin and bench Dono. He can be a special ace. So you gonna bench Dono for Marquise Bell? I wouldn't mind it. I would not mind it. I like Marquise Bell. Like I said, man, he did a lot of great things for us back in 2023. You know what I'm saying? I don't think he's gotten a fair shake putting his body on the line like that, playing as an undersized linebacker, and them not rewarding him like they should have.
We predicted it too. You remember we was like, yeah, Bell ain't gonna have nowhere to go. When Dan Quinn left, we was like, yeah, they gonna probably sit Bell.
And
We
it's
was
unfortunate.
we was predicting that shit, bro. I remember this. If y'all watch the shows, y'all do too. Like we was like, yeah, without the big nickel package, Bell ain't gonna have nowhere to go.
We said the same for J. Ron.
And J. Ryan been gone. Is he even in the NFL?
Yeah, he's not even in the NFL no more. Last time I checked, I
Do
don't think he
y'all
got an
see
invite
how
card.
a scheme can elevate a player?
Yeah, cause listen, we were trying.
Sometimes it work like that, cause Curse couldn't even find a place in the league. Then he found Dan Quinn and got a contract. Like, what's going on for real? But you know what I'm saying?
We were trying to get him all pro consideration when he was
Man, that
here.
man was hooping. We felt like we had somebody that was going to erase a tight end.
We did for a while. The last year he was here was a little shaky, but he gave you two very good years of production. And like I said, there was somebody that was a career backup at other places in deep rooms. So I like the J Run though, man. He had length, pause, athleticism. He was a good matchup for for tight ends. He said Curse. Yeah, I think Bell is a better athlete, but I just think that Bell needs to get on the field in some capacity, even if it's just the blitz. If you want to just bring him in and blitz him, because let's keep it real. We seen the Run Bland and Trevon Diggs, blitz. They got back there. Them niggas were not finna make that tackle on those quarterbacks. Marquise Bell might send somebody to the upper room.
Yeah, he can actually tackle,
So I would
especially
do.
for his size.
I would do it. It's in his job
That's
description to
why.
be able to hit.
That's why they even put him at linebacker. 'Cause they recognize that he'll make a tackle.
Yep. So what we doing to resolve this linebacker room? Since Ricky brought it up, he said, I'm just going to say this now. Maurice needs to start. Demo needs to get his ass back here. Let Diggs play man with safety back up. Houston and easy as ends. Shit, they should let that boy James Houston play. They should let that boy James Houston play.
James Houston definitely need to play.
And listen, I like the projection that Easy E is going through right now. Like he's getting better. I know that we were very tough on him to start the year, cause we wanted instant gratification. But the nigga is a rookie. Like he gotta figure
I
that
about
shit
to say
out.
that ain't his fault. Our
Yeah,
expectations ain't his problem.
exactly.
Cause he ain't asked to be thrust into this position or this situation.
hmm And he gotta actually win. You know what I'm saying? Like when you have another marquee pass rusher on the field, it works the same way as it does when you have two marquee wide receivers. Somebody gonna get the coverage rolled to them, and the other person gonna eat. You know what I'm saying? So since we don't have another defender, we don't have a Michael Parsons or DeMarcus Ware. We ain't got one of the marquee pass rushers. He got to win a straight up 1-on-1. You know what I'm saying? Like there ain't nobody getting double teamed at that motherfucker. You gonna have to figure that shit out yourself. You ain't gonna get no blown blocking assignments because folks is worried about this gangster over here and nothing like that. You got to go and get that shit out the mud. And I think slowly but
Yeah.
surely he doing it. Slowly but surely I think he's doing it, bro. He getting closer.
I like the intensity I seen him playing with. To me, that says y'all got me messed up. And he ready to work for it.
He's done a great job up to this point, man. And
He
this is
ready to he
just
ready to prove some people wrong.
and this is nothing. It's just a Dak stat. This chart just means Dak Prescott is very, 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 very good.
I mean, we know that.
Yeah, my bad, Mr. Deacon. I be trying.
What?
She talking about I be using the N word and stuff. She said Tenny just know it gets under my skin. I be trying, Mr. Deacon. Every day I try to be better. He said our defensive tackles. Yeah, our defensive tackles doing great. Kenny Clark and Osa doing great. You know what I'm saying? But I'm a wait and see what our edges do though. I'm gonna give them that. I'm gonna wait to see what our edges do. All right, so let me see. Let me remember which stat this was. Let me remember which stat this was. I think this was pass rush EPA or just to play. Either way, the Dallas Cowboys and the Jets aren't too great at the particular metric. Dallas Cowboys are just 24th. Jets aren't that far behind us. They 17th. So that's below average in a league with 32 teams. 16 is average. If you 17th in any of those metrics, that means you're slightly below average. Am I correct?
Yes, sir, you are.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. So yeah, this actually rush EPA. If I'm not mistaken, rush EPA. Oh, that's run defense. So like on a per play basis, the Dallas Cowboys are 24th in run defense. On a per play basis, the Jets are 17th.
I think a lot of that's attributed to some of them reverses and stuff. We be letting a lot of them little gadgety plays get us. I don't remember too many just straight up run plays that's getting us. Besides this last game with the Falcons, Brandon Jacobs just kind of good.
Yeah, the other boy had some great runs too. Wilson, whatever his name is, the other running back. You know what I'm saying? But
I still feel comfortable when somebody just gonna run the ball on us. Like I'm good. I'm not stressed out like I used to be.
mm, I'm not as
Even
I'm not as
even good defenses get ran on sometimes. You know what I'm saying?
all right. Let's see. Let me go check what our overall run defense is right now because I feel like it's good. I feel like it's better. But let's actually see if it is better. Let's go see. What I wonder how many yards and shit we done gave up on the ground. All right, so boom, rushing defense in 2025. Let me move the shit by yards. Browns have the best rushing defense. They've only given up 281 yards on the season. Packers are second in rushing defense for 310. Patriots have only given up 310. Jaguars 331, Buccaneers 340, Seahawks 359, Lions 376. Okay, Dallas Cowboys, we're low, but we're not as low as I thought we'd be. So let's see. I might have to flip this shit up the other way. All right. 32, 31, 30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25. The Jets are the 25th ranked rushing defense. They've given up 522 yards in 4 games. So the Jets run defense is actually bad.
What we are.
I'm finna find us. 32, 31, 30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20. We're number 20.
Good grief, it don't feel like it.
I mean, we gave up a bunch of rushing yards to the Eagles. We gave up a bunch of rushing yards to
Oh yeah, it's the quarterbacks. It's the quarterbacks that's been killing us. I think
yeah.
for the most part, it's the quarterbacks. It ain't been the running backs though. Cause we ain't even gave up 100-yard rusher until what? And unless Jacobs did it.
Jacobs had 80 something yards, but the other running back had a bunch of yards too. So like we gave up. Let's go. Let me go look at that. I need to go look at that. Dallas Cowboys versus Packers. And then we'll depart after I figure this shit out. But I'm very curious. When shit like that happens, I get very curious. So let's see.
Yeah, cause we got a good feel for the game. We don't feel like we just getting ran all over no more.
So Jacobs then he had 22 carries for 86 yards. The
That's a
other
good
boy,
day. That's why I said he kind of good though. I
the
feel
other
like that was just yeah.
yeah, the other boy had 8 carries for 44. So the other boy averaged like almost 6 yards a carry. Then Jordan Love had the long run. So you had
See the
86, 44, and then 28. We still gave up like 130 to running backs this game, and then we gave up 28 to Jordan Love. Then we gave up 6 to wide receivers.
what it is, it ain't no individual running back that got 100 on us.
Yeah,
But
like
it don't
teams
matter
do.
if you still can't do it. You know what I'm saying? If they still get 100 yards. I mean,
Yeah, it's the teams that are running on us, like quarterbacks, wide receivers, running back rooms. You know what I'm saying? Like
we
these.
know for a fact Jalen Hurts ran all over us. We know for a fact Caleb Williams got some runs on us.
Mm-hmm.
Like we've been playing all these rushing quarterbacks, so I don't think it's as bad as it looks. But we'll see.
Yeah, we damn sure gonna have to see this game because
Cause
we
them
played
rushing
around some
quarterbacks, they
runners.
gonna run on anybody, bro. They gonna run on good run stopping teams. Cause they the eyeball. Everybody else accounted for except for the quarterback for the most part. And if you account for them with the defense, now you lacking in coverage. You lacking somewhere else.
We'll see how this stuff plays out. Like I said, we need to get this win. We ain't won a game in 2 weeks. I just don't feel like it, but we ain't won a game in 2 weeks. We gotta get back on the right track, bro. We gotta get back on the right track. But what's your final
Facts.
thoughts, man? Because I'm finna have to depart from here.
We gotta go beat the hell out the Jets. This a road game too.
Yep.
Yeah, we gotta go to New York and beat the hell out of the Jets like we should. Um, I know some people might be nervous about George Pickens versus Sauce, but he played him last year and he did what he wanted. Got penalties and all that. As a number one wide receiver, so don't even trip. George Pickens gonna still be able to influence the game like he want to, especially if given opportunities. So we still in good shape. I know Turpin looking like he might miss the game. We got a lot of injuries, but hey, this is what coaching do. If you can figure out how to get that next man up mentality and be successful, that's a hell of a coaching job, and that's all we got right now. We can't say, "Hey, you ain't hurt for real." Like we got to figure out how to overcome all these injuries because guess what? This supposed to be the easy part of your season. So if we can't make some leeway right now, and I know it's screwed up because of injuries, but if we can't make no leeway right now, we might be in for a long season.
We definitely will, bro. You ain't said nothing wrong. Like, if we gonna turn it around, it got to be now. When you play the Jets, you got to beat the Jets, bro. If you're a good team, you'll beat the Jets. If you're a good team, you will beat the Panthers. You know what I'm saying? So you got to do what you got to do, bro. There ain't no excuses. You play way harder teams on your schedule. If you can't handle the fundamentals and the basics, you know you're not ready for advanced algebra, no shit like that. Like these teams are 2 plus 2 and 2 times 2. You know what I'm saying? When you play the Chiefs and that defense, and you play the Chargers, and you play the other teams down the line, that's like calculus. So if you can't even do basic math, you don't need to be going over there fucking with them good people. So figure your shit out. Go out there, man, and produce. But hey, great show, Land. Thank you for your time. Salute to everybody out there for supporting the channels. And on the way out, please make sure y'all hit that like button. Please make sure y'all hit that share button. Please make sure y'all hit that cash app. Get you a big ass bag of Fugazios. And in the
Yes, sir.
word of West Coast Cowboy, never look down because the style is up. Peace.
Peace.